Welcome to Gordon's Garage. We are driving down to South Carolina to pick up the ramp truck. Jarrett's driving. He doesn't like to be filmed. But anyway, picked up a 1987 Ford F350 ramp truck with a Hodges bed. 460 V8 5-speed. And we'll show it to you as soon as we get there. It's 2 hours from our home, so we're going to try to load it on a trailer and take it back. It may be too long, I don't know yet.
Yeah. All right, hold on. Wait.
That Ardo.
No, go slow.
Well, once the back wheel's there, then I should be fine.
Hold on, let me look at the other side.
Okay, we got the Hodges ramp truck home. Oh, we've been going all day. It was quite the adventure getting this thing loaded and getting it positioned right on the trailer so that the trailer didn't fishtail. It's just a long truck, but now we're gonna back it off of there, hopefully. Gonna hit them. Okay, so we did get our Hodges Ford F350 1987 model, 460 cubic inch Holley 4-barrel, 5-speed home safely. Dual tank. Probably will eliminate one tank. The guy that had it before me was running off the rear tank, never used the front tank, so I'm sure it's full of bad fuel. I don't know as I'll ever need 2 tanks, but this thing has the dual air pump, which you know what we're going to do with that. It's going to go to the scrap. But I know that on this thing runs excellent, but I've got accelerator pump on the front of that carburetor leaking. So what I'm going to do, I went and got my tags on it today. It's registered, it's plated, it's weighted, it's insured, brand new tires on it. I mean, I'm just itching to use it, but there's a few things that it needs. These mirrors are in good shape. A few things that it needs. I want to eliminate all that vacuum and garbage from that motor. Just I want to get all the garbage off of it. Get it tuned nice. And get the winch working on it, so we're not getting power. So somebody had the okay, so the winch wire, okay, this cable goes back to the winch from the battery. It powers the winch up. Well, they had it on that side of the starter solenoid, which we all know, if you're a Ford person, even if you're not, you should know that is not the hot side. That's only hot when you're starting the vehicle. So they had the winch on that side. That's not correct. I think probably they changed the battery out and that solenoid at the same time, got confused about where their wires went. I bet you that cable was on the positive terminal of the battery. So that will power the winch up. So we did touch that to the terminal earlier. Still couldn't get any power back to this corner back here where you plug your winch cable into. Couldn't get any power there. So from apparently from where the power goes into the winch and comes back out to the switch, somewhere we've got to disconnect, and I got to figure that out. Not a big deal, but my primary concern is to get the fuel leak. The fuel filter's empty too. I may have finally ran out of gas. It's the first time I've seen that empty. I bet I'm out of gas. Let's see if it'll crank. It's very low on gas. Alright. Fuel gauge. Very low. Fuel filter, minimal amount of gas in it. It's got some shaking to it. This thing's either got a mist on one cylinder, or it's got a vacuum leak or something going on. And we'll get that figured out so we can use it. Oh yeah, that's a Holley, but it is only a single pump. It's a dual feed. I have no reason to believe that is not the factory carburetor on it. Electric choke. I mean, look at all this crap air pump stuff they put all over these trucks. They need to be ashamed. They really need to be ashamed for what they did to people back in the 80s. We're going to take care of this one, though. I guarantee you we have vacuum leaks all over this thing. And all we need, this is a straight drive truck, all we need is a vacuum advance going to our distributor. Vacuum going to our power brakes. Vacuum going to our heater controls. And that is it. that is it. We're going to remove these air pumps, and because all we need to do is turn the water pump, power steering, alternator, and the air condition. We're going to get that air condition working. I don't care what it takes to get that working. That is going to work. By golly. Have a holly jolly Christmas this year. We're going to have a holly jolly Christmas inside the cab of this truck because it's going to be that cold. Christmassy. 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 Somebody has put an aftermarket dual feed line on that though. There's no way that's factory braided in blue. So it may be an aftermarket carburetor. Probably should just order a dadgum Holley sniper kit for it. Oh. I don't think I want to rebuild the whole carburetor. I think I just want to put an accelerator pump on it because that's what's leaking here. Do an accelerator pump and a new base plate gasket. And maybe remove that EGR system and just put a spacer under it. It's a cool little truck though. It's got the, I don't know what is that? I don't know. What is that? It's got the DuraSpark ignition on it. I know that's a nightmare, or can be. Maybe I should get an HEI distributor for this thing and put an HEI in it. Go ahead and just get rid of these problems while I know they exist. Definitely needs some belts though. Power steering belt is rotten. Nice big old plastic radiator. I'm sure I'll have to replace at some point. I don't know how much coolant it's got in it. I can't see through that crooked neck. All in all though, I'm very happy with this truck. God, I mean, look at let's see that vacuum diagram. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right, we've got the new belts on the ramp truck. We've got all the air pump garbage deleted off of it. We're going to take it on its first test drive. We haven't driven it yet, besides around the yard, so we're going to take it down the road. All right, so first test drive in the ramp truck, 87 F350. See how this thing do. Motor's running a little goofy on it. I think it probably needs some spark plugs and wires. We'll see. Don't run them wipers, I tell you, they're bad. We'll have to get some wipers. This thing's gonna have to have a big old radius to get out of this driveway. Big turning radius. Yeah, it seems like it's
still got something
definitely missing on a cylinder or something. Yeah, we'll have to get some wipers. I meant to do that and put it on the list. It feels smooth though.
Ride's good though.
Really good. it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I think it's all hooked up, but I'll be real surprised if it works.
Brakes feel good.
Yeah, the brakes, that's one thing about it. The brakes are real tight. But it's definitely got some kind of little mess going on. Tell us, guys. All right, we got her fixed. Had one bad spark plug on the number 6 cylinder. Now we're cruising down the road with full 460 cubic inches of power. And this big old trunk will move. Let's see if the seat belts work. All right, so this is the 460. 7.5 liter Ford F-350. We removed all the emissions baloney off of it. I found that the number 6 spark plug was bad, so we put a set of spark plugs in it. This is the Ford factory wires from 1987. This thing is running perfect. We did blow, with the first test drive we did overheat it. Well, I don't think we overheated it, but the old heater hoses were soft and it blew out, sprayed coolant everywhere. I set the idle down just a little bit. Man, this thing is running nice. I'm waiting to make sure if the thermostat opens or not. I do have a brand new thermostat to put in it, but I just didn't want to if I didn't have to. I don't know if the timing, I don't know where the timing's at. All right, let's get something done here. The hold down bracket right there is loose. The distributor won't turn, so somebody tried to mess with it. I don't know if they got it to turn or not. I know a lot of times these Fords, they will corrode in there and not turn very easy. So I'm assuming they loosened that up and they gave up. I don't know. I know you can get HEI ignition for these engines, and I may do that, but I also know that you can get the DuraSpark Motorcraft ignition box over there for these as well. So both are available. Personally, I feel like this thing would run a lot better off of just the HEI all-inclusive distributor, and that may be the way I go. But for right now, we're running on all 8 cylinders, and I'm just waiting to see if the thermostat opens or if it's going to overheat. I did do an oil change on it. I put new filter on it and 7 new quarts of Kendall 10W40 in it. So I'm hoping that it'll run a lot better just because of that. I know with that spark plug being bad, we were dropping a lot of raw fuel down into the crankcase, down into that cylinder. It wasn't getting burned. It probably was going past the rings into the crankcase. So definitely needed an oil change. So I put an oil change on it. I've got a thermostat for it and a new gasket. I don't want to put that in there yet because I'm lazy, I guess. I think it's probably still working and it don't need this custom badge here that's missing. It is in the glove box, so we do have that. I'm just really excited to drive this thing. I mean, this thing just it runs so good and so quiet. I'm anxious to put it to work, but I'm also anxious to just move some custom cars with it. we got this thing running and everything, and I mean, it's running good. And I went and we were missing the wing nut. So I went to Lowe's and I bought a stainless steel selection of wing nuts for this thing. And then I was going through the truck and just trying to clean it out a little bit. So I pulled the ashtray out, and guess what? There's the wing nut for the air breather sitting on top of about 37 cigarette butts. I mean, good grief. I paid $2.30 something for a wing nut, and I didn't even need it. All right, so I am in the Ford Ramp truck, 1987 Ford F-350, 460 cubic inches. We got the motor right. Now what I'm watching is oil pressure. I'm watching engine temperature, battery voltage. These new tires, the treads on them sling some rocks, so they make a little bit of noise. I'm gonna drop this over to Never Satisfied's garage, where we do a lot of hot rod work, and I'm hoping that it does okay. This is a 5-speed transmission. This thing runs really good, really smooth. It's supposed to be only 85,000 miles. Supposed to be. It could be more than that. I don't think it is, being a ramp truck and everything, but you never know. There's a lot of history. Even if there's not a lot of miles, between 1987 and now, there's a lot of history. It's almost 40 years, so it's a lot of history. I want to get this thing to the point where I can do business with it, or I can put it to work. It is a cool old truck. I feel like I could take it and put some hot rods on the back of it and sell them at the cruise ends, things like that. It just adds a cool factor. And then at the same time, the engine swaps that we do for like daily business, I can use it for that too. So we'll see. All right, Jared, I've figured out the winch. The headlights have to be on. The switch, this remote, is tied into the headlight power, so you have to turn the headlights on to get it to work. Kind of a crap shoot here. I guess the first thing we get to haul is a 7.3 Super Duty diesel. It winched down to the bed. It's slow, but it's functional. Well, every time I get started on a project, I forget to film it. And I don't know. I just get so excited to start messing with something. So still messing with the ramp truck. I've been using it and working it, although it is not for hire. I'm just doing my own little hobbies and stuff with it, but I'm putting headlights in it. Brand new headlights today. Here's the new units. A couple $100 for the pair, maybe a little less. I don't remember now. Picked them up not long after I bought the truck, and I'm just now getting a little time to put them in. They're not real hard to do. Just gotta pop the grill out, which is mostly plastic rivets, and then you got 4 bolt or nuts that hold the headlight unit in. And the new units come with all new headlight bulbs. The parking bulb you reuse, but that's fine. I've only got one headlight working on high beam, so this should get all my lights working again and brighten everything up, make the truck look a lot better. So kind of excited about that. Excited to post a video or YouTube later too. I've had a leak inside the cab coming down the inside of the windshield. So we are right now putting water around the windshield. It doesn't seem to be leaking inside the windshield. It must be from the chicken lights, the cab lights. Well, I'm sure that you've noticed through the course of this video, things have gone from green to kind of brown. That's because we picked this ramp truck up in May of 2024. So I've been recording different aspects of it since then. And I'm gonna try to pick up where we left off a few months ago. We have been using it for different builds that we do. We've picked up several vehicles, engine jobs, and it's working out really good. Where we left off is I was looking for a leak in this window, and we did put new chicken lights on it all the way across the top. That did not fix the leak. Finally found out it is leaking across the top of the windshield trim, so I got me a roll of Gorilla duct tape that is UV resistant, outdoor. It even said it's permanent, but you know, nothing's permanent. But I went ahead and just put a bead of tape across that just to keep it from leaking through the winter time. And probably when spring comes around, we may go ahead and have a windshield put in it. I did do a new wiper motor, put new wipers on it. I got all that working, and we did get the new headlights put in, which that made things a lot brighter as far as just the appearance of the vehicle and light on the road. What else can I tell you? We've tinted the windows. I had the side windows tinted and the back tinted out, so that helped a lot. And I already showed you we got the winch going. I don't think I opened any of these doors for you. They're all the doors work. I've got locks and keys for all of them. The boxes are not rusty at all. I did put a hitch on the back, a Reese hitch, so we can tow trailers now with it if we need to. And I've towed a couple already. Over here we keep our remote and a few wheel chocks. I've got these hooks that I want to weld down to the bed on each side so I can haul and strap. I did haul a building on it, a metal building that we tore apart, laid the frame down on the bed and all the tin, and I didn't have a way to strap strap across. So I want to, that's coming next. And then the radius arm bushings right here I need to do. We've got a couple of, or the left side radius arm, the bushing's bad in it and it kind of bangs around a little bit as we're driving it. I also did put new U-joints down through the whole drive shaft. It was about 4 U-joints, and also a hanger bearing on the on the drive shaft, because it had come apart and was causing some vibration. But I also had to I ended up putting a clutch master cylinder on it, hydraulic master cylinder, because I came out one morning to use it and the clutch pedal didn't feel right. And over the course of that day, it got worse and worse to the point where I couldn't even shift the transmission because it wasn't depressing the clutch. But yeah, everything with this truck is going really, really well. And you'll probably continue to see some of this truck throughout the course of our channel. If you're watching our videos, you'll start seeing this more often. Probably as we update it, I'll probably do some short videos on it. I've got a switch that I'm going to put right here to operate the winch instead of having to bring the winch cable out every time. This roller bearing here that the cable rides on, it's frozen. I hadn't had time to find one of those and get one of those put in it yet. This antenna, it's supposed to be up here. I like it up here like that. Yeah, that's what I like. So that'll probably be the end of this video. I'll post some pictures after I shut up. I'll post a few pictures of the truck and some of the cars that we've hauled on it. So keep watching our channel if you like what we're showing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel out a lot. We got a lot of more projects coming along that we'll be posting soon.